I found these disgusting pure money fours online for $40. If we want to bring them back to their former glory, we got a lot of work to do. So let's jump right into it. There's no laces or insoles. Using a scissor, we can loosen out any of the dirt in the corners. And then we can tap it out. The mesh is pretty stained right around. For this, I'm using OxiClean White Revive, and we only need a small amount. A little goes a long way. It's dirty all over the insides, so I'll try to get every corner. Let's insert our shoe trees. This will help give them their shape back. Because of how dirty these shoes are, they must be machine washed. We first need to break down the stains, so just using soap and water, we can target them now. For the soles, I'll be using a brass brush. I've never seen this happen before, but the tongue rolled in on itself. I was able to work it out, but we'll have to iron the crease later on. Off camera, I added some blue detergent inside to help freshen up the interiors. Inside the laundry bags they go, cold cycle, 15 to 30 minutes. The stains are mostly gone, but the netting still looks a little dingy. Off camera, I'll hit it with the OxiClean one more time. For now, let's move on to decreasing them. These wings look crazy. Using a damp rag, I gently ironed it down. I'm careful not to overdo this, because I don't want to cause more separation. This is just a side-by-side comparison. They look much better now. While we're here, let's decrease the front toe box. At 7 years, these shoes are not that old. We should be able to use acetone to clean the paint off the midsoles. We gotta be careful though. If we scrub too hard, it might damage the midsole. The previous owner used some kind of paint or whiteout on the soles, and it was really tough to come off. So my plan was to squeeze some acetone onto the rubber, and then use my brass brush to really get in there. You just gotta rinse and repeat, and eventually it comes off. There's a few small areas of separation, so I applied some barred super stick on a Q-tip and let it cure for a little bit. Then we'll heat it up and clamp it down. Clamps are really useful to have for reglues, and you can find all my materials down below. Let's move on to repainting them, the leather and the midsoles. Everything is taped up, and we're applying light coats of paint. The better job you do taping, the more time you'll save in the end. To speed up the drying process, we can use a heat gun. After a few coats are laid down, I'll sand down any imperfections. Then we can hit it with a few more coats of paint. The white's fully laid down and they look much better now. Let's move on. To fix the netting, I'll simply color over it with a white Sharpie. It holds on well on its own, but to protect it even more, we'll spray on a finisher later on. In the past, I used to repaint the mesh as well, but personally I think it looks unnatural. I'll be leaving it how it is. This is one side done. I'll finish the other and protect them with our finisher. For the chrome parts, I honestly wasn't too sure what to do. My plan was to sand them down first. We need something with a really high reflectivity, so I came across this high, mirror-like shine marker. Let's fill them in and see how it goes. And once again, you can find all my supplies down below. After around 2 to 3 coats, they came out looking pretty good, much better from where we started. I couldn't protect it with a finisher though, cause it messes with the mirror shine. Fortunately, it holds on well on its own. We're almost done in the restoration. Let's unyellow the soles. I'm using Salon Care 40, Saran Wrap, and our indoor unit. I'm not expecting them to return back to white, they're too far past that point. If you want to see how to make one of these units, I'll add a link above. To make them look more factory, we gotta poke out the thread holes. To give them a temporary shine, I polished them down. There was some lint on the insides, so I used a fabric shaver to clean it up. Finally, we can lace them up. That's the end of this restoration. These shoes look good now and they smell good. I would really appreciate it if you can drop a like, let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.